the revival, and we have made that particular Telugu script book into Devanagari script, and with some notes and all that, and that is under press, and already the e-copy of the text is available, and that will be circulated to you. And we are already on progress of covering around 191 slokas, and each skandha, some slokas have been selected so that we will just get a comprehensive glance and glimpses of what Bhagavatam is. Actually, Bhagavatam is a Mahapurana consisting of 18,000 slokas. But ordinarily we see in our present circumstances and overplussed by so many engagements, we have no time to go cover to cover, and it will take long time. I have done 2 times. Second time I'm going through, but takes long time. Every day one sarga or one sloka, like that we go on, 18,000. But our Guru, I don't know what prompted him. He has condensed and given us the entire glimpses or sketch of the Krishna Bhagavan and his conversation with other characters. Also, a lot of important information is there. And moreover, you see, this Bhagavatam is called Hamsa Samhita, and it is a Mokshadayini. Hamsa means Vedanta. You know, Hamsa, the swan, is a very symbolic bird which represents the life, behavior, and the target, just like that of a Muni or a seer. All Munis want to get emancipation. They have a lot of wisdom. They do a lot of tapas. They never harm anybody ordinarily. And they live a very comfortable, plain life. And completely their time is dedicated to the God. To understand the God, to please the God through prayers and activity. So in that context, we notice that this particular Bhagavata Grandham looks like a tree, Mahan Vrukshaha. It's a very big tree like Salmali tree or Aswatha tree or like that, because there are commentaries, though it's a Purana, and still it has got a lot of information to be given to us on many problems of our life. See, Vedanta is only a solution, book, source book. That is, Vedas give you all sorts of information, and they are universal and general. But there is a focus done upon the Tattva of Paramatma, Tattva of our life, and how best you can conduct yourself. See that you are in the Sanmarga, and when once you are kept in Sanmarga, we should have bhakti, a constant bhakti, sthira bhakti. And then if you have these 2 things ready, we will get the Bhagavat Sakshatkara. Sakshatkara in a sense that they will not appear with Shankha, Chakra, Gada and all that. We'll be terrified to look at them. But they just make our mind pure and think in a positive direction, get the necessary visions so that you find a lot of sap and substance in continuing our life. Therefore, this Bhagavatam is a Mahavruksha. Whenever you talk it as a Vruksha or a tree, it has got the shakhas called branches in English. So mainly this particular tree has got 12 branches. And you know, branches will have sub-branches also. Would have number of leaves, would have number of extensions of that tree. In that manner, though this particular Mahan tree has got 12 branches, big branches, they have got many offshoots and all that. So that's why he has used the word for division, the name Skanda. Skanda is a branch, is the Shakha. And so Skanda to Skanda, branch to branch, there is a difference of knowledge provided for us. and it is after all a growth. And ultimately, in this Bhagavatam, we come across beautiful Gitas. One is Gopi Gita, Gopika Gita, another is Anugita, then you have got Uddhava Gita, and so on. So as we keep on studying this particular Bhagavatam, the vistas of our knowledge will become wider. That's exactly what we want in the course of journey when we have taken a human body. Because we call the body as Deha. In Vedantic sense, only in Deha there will be the Atma seating. Sharira, you have to give it up. Siryata iti Shariram. And Vapuhu, only beautiful body or handsome body. That handsomeness and beauty will disappear. How, as the aging comes up, the skin loses its tension. So lose skin, and all the faculties also slowly diminish. And I mean, preparing for disappearance of the body, etc. So, but still, in spite of these changes that come to us, it is highly necessary to equip our mind, the thought process, etc., to be noble and elevated. If you are in sorrow, you are only in sorrow. If you are in grief, you are only in grief. The second person is not in grief. If at all he sympathizes, it is temporary. So you have to uplift yourself by yourself. And and moreover, this particular Bhagavatam is taught by Sukha Maharshi, the son of Vyasa Maharshi, Sukatatam Saponidhim, the Tata of grandsire of Vyasa Bhagavan, who has written the 18 Puranas. He has done a voluminous work. Vyasa Bhagavan, he has no peace of mind. Therefore, the Vyasa Bhagavan asked Narada, he is a Brahmarshi, and when he was going, then he asked, look at Valmiki, he has written only one book, Ramayanam. And he is so peaceful and sad and happy. He has no sorrow whatsoever. He is just sitting underneath the tree, just taking the name Ram, 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 no more than that. But that peace I don't have. What is the problem? Then what is the solution for this problem? Then Krishna, this Bhagavan, Narada tells him, no, you have done a voluminous work, but you have not given one message to anybody. See, in Ramayanam, Valmiki has given a message that you always be like Rama and never be like Ravana. Ramavat vartitavyam, na Ravanavat. So, Ravana also is a great person with all acquired power. But he has got one great weakness. And that weakness and himsa, etc., made him to become proud, and then he got himself destroyed. Although his wife, brothers, and everybody advised him. Uncle Maricha, brother Kumbhakarna, brother Vibhishana, and all these people advised. But he did not listen to anybody. Ultimately brought destruction. That's why in Ramayana, to all people, though they will be like Ravana, but they can change. They should change, because Rama is influential. In a sense that when Sugriva, when Lakshmana is angry on Sugriva because he did not take up the work of Rama, but again he tried to silence Lakshmana and see that with a calm mood that Lakshmana was sent to Sugriva. And although he knows that Sugriva is not attending to his work, although the rainy season is over, he did not become angry, but he has given such a suggestive, fearful words to Rama as a message to Sugriva that Sugriva understands, because he was a wonderful. So in this manner, we get the journey of our life must be modeled towards a positive goals in that case. And moreover, this particular Bhagavatam is told by Sukha Maharshi to Parikshit Maharaja. And Parikshit Maharaja out of anger and emotion and all that, he committed the mistake of putting a dead serpent upon the neck of a seer who was a great devotee and all that. And the seer was doing penance. He does not know that a dead serpent was put on him or anything, because they are deep. They have forgotten the outside world. They are living in the penance inside. Therefore, but the son came. That Maharaj's son came and saw his father being insulted by the king like that. So immediately said, in 7 days, he ordered Takshaka, the Nagaraja. There are 12 Nagarajas. And among 12 Nagarajas, we know more about Ananta, Takshaka, and other Nagarajas are there, but we don't know. But these are all the two great Nagarajas, Sesha. So we always, that Nagara Takshaka was ordered by the sage that within 7 days, and in 7 days only time given, he should bite and take away the life of Parikshit. It was such a deadly curse. And like that. So we come across much details about this Bhagavatam. Then again, when Takshaka came, asked for Pranabhiksha of, because Takshaka cannot take away directly without the knowledge of Parikshit Maharaj, because Parikshit Maharaj has heard about Krishna, about Bhagavan. Therefore, he comes in the form of a Brahmin and asks for alms, Bhiksha. What is the Bhiksha? He asked, Pranabhiksha. So when Parikshit Maharaj gave that Pranabhiksha, then only he bites him at the foot and takes away the life. But looking at that happening, that Parikshit Maharaj's son Janamejaya, must have heard his name, and he became very angry and he performed Sarpayaga, and so it goes on like that. But we are not interested now in the story, though it has got its own message, but we are interested in the talk or dialogues made for present in Bhagavatam by the famous characters, and the Sukha Maharshi, a Brahmin, Raja, and so on and so forth. And Krishna also will have different names in order to answer the questions, doubts posed by the Parikshit Maharaja. So we have been traveling skanda to skanda. When your text comes, you can also have the opportunity. And I could have sent to some people so that I can share it also. I cannot put in WhatsApp, and I don't know, but Saraswati will do the job. And now, today, if you don't have text, don't feel sad. And you just try to recite in our own way, because it is going to be recorded. If all were to recite, probably it will be a disturbance when you play the record. So I expect you recite the mantra, which I am going to recite, but I will not listen. Krishna will listen, and your ears will listen. So that the recording facility will be all right. That's why we have requested you to mute your thing, but you tell that, because in our house, in the cosmos of your house, there are the vibrations of the Nama Ucharana of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, and also the dialogues and contents. Therefore, I may not listen to them, but Bhagavan Krishna will be sitting with you, along with you. And so if you recite, only Saraswati will recite loudly so that it will be recorded. And all others, please recite. Don't turn this side, that way, concentrate. And whatever little number of slokas we cover, I try to make you utter the sloka 2 times so that the pronunciation also will be perfect. Because this is all written in Sanskrit. Though it's a Purana style Sanskrit, it's not classical Sanskrit, not even Vedic Sanskrit, but still it is easy to recite the slokas. And but I will try to split and make it small bits that you can really calculate them properly. Something like you do while eating your food. You cannot put everything into mouth and keep on, but you just take little by little so that you can enjoy the taste also. So that's how we go to the regular text and make that. Now, you see, always Parikshit Maharaja has doubts, like something like Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita. So here different characters will come, noble, and they will try to answer and satisfy the quest for knowledge of Parikshit Maharaj. And you know, Parikshit Maharaj is the grace of Krishna, because in Uttara son he is called Abhimanyu Uttara, and the Garbha, there was a problem inside Garbha, but Krishna has not disappointed Uttara and Pandavas, so that he was the last straw on the Pandavas dynasty, and so on. So we just try to know something. Now I'm coming to talk about the Shashta Skanda, where from in which Skanda we have some sloka selected by him, and we get to know the purpose of our life, how we can regulate ourselves, see that we enjoy peace. After all, what in our life is that we are very much oppressed by number of jobs, number of responsibilities, number of commitments, and number of needs to discharge the responsibilities. So whatever be the age, at each age, we are having a lot of work. But ultimately what we want is peace and Bhagavad Dhyana. In this Kali Yuga, Namasmarana is supposed to be wonderful way out to get moksha. See, yagnas were performed in Kruta Yuga, then Treta Yuga and Dwapara Yuga. But when it comes to the Kruta Yuga, Kali Yuga, there are so many differences. People, Kali means sin. This is a Yuga, or time when people very easily commit more and more sins. They do not hesitate to make sins. Taking the COVID opportunity, all doctors and nurses and hospitals are earning a lot of money. Similarly, as you are seeing, similarly, police, traffic department, people unnecessarily catching and collecting a lot of fines. And also like that, no, that kind of Kali, that's all sin. That money that acquired like that will not help us. They make us really bad. So, Kalinasanam, Kalau Kalinasanam, we have got to get rid of that. And in the end portion of Bhagavatam, and actually Krishna remains until the Kali Pravesha. Actually, when the transition time came, all gods and K asked Krishna, enough, you have done a wonderful job in your avatara, because the Purna avatara, you have destroyed all the Rakshasa Rupa, all Manavas, we have got Rakshasa Vritti, and so you come away to Vaikuntha. Then Krishna says, no, I want to see the complete closure of Dwaraka, and including my Dwaraka city submerged in the ocean, then only I come. So Krishna Niryana is a wonderful episode, and it was only a mission, a cause, a hunter shooting an arrow to the foot finger and blood coming out, and that is the end of the Dwapara and beginning of the Kali Yuga. Anyway, I now gave you a comprehensive sketch about Bhagavatam, and you will be able to enjoy the taste of Bhagavatam as we keep going on. Mama Upatta, please. Mama Upatta. Repeat.
Which shloka, sir?
No, I'm just giving Sankalpam.
Okay.
So all of us, we are giving Sankalpam,
okay,
which will hold good afterwards. Please repeat. Mama Upatta Samasta Durita Kshayadvara.
Mama Upartha Samasta Durita Kshayadvara.
Sri Parameshwara Prityartham.
Sri Parameshwara Prityartham.
Sri Krishna Paramatma Prityartham.
Sri Krishna Paramatma Prityartham.
Srimat Bhagavata Saptasati.
Srimat Bhagavata Saptasati.
Parayana Adhyayanam cha karishyamaha.
पारायण
अध्ययन करिष्यामः
अध्ययनं च करिष्यामः
अध्ययनं
अध्ययनं च करिष्यामः
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ॐ नमो
ॐ
भगवते
वासुदेवाय
अथ षष्ठः स्कन्धः
अथ षष्ठस्कन्धः
स्कन्दः
राजोवाच
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 दृष्टश्रुताभ्यां यत्पापम्
दृष्टश्रुताभ्यां यत्पापम्
दृष्टश्रुताभ्यां यत्पापम्
दृष्टश्रुताभ्यां यत्पापम्
जानन्नपि आत्मनो हितम्
आत्मनो हितम्
आत्मनो हितम्
आत्मनो हितम्
करोति भूयो अविवशः
करोति भूयो अभिशः
प्रायश्चित्तमथो कथम्
प्रायश्चित्तमधोगतम्
क्वचिन्न वर्तते भद्रात्
क्वचिन्न वर्तते भद्रात्
क्वचिदाचरते पुनः
क्वचिदाचरते पुनः
प्रायश्चित्तमथो पार्थम्
प्रायश्चित्तमथोपार्थम्
मन्ये कुञ्जरशौचवतु
मन्ये कुञ्जरसौरवत्
मन्ये कुञ्जरशौचवतु
मन्ये कुञ्जरसौरवत्
So these two are the questions put by King Parikshit to Narayana, and these form the 192 and 193 slokas of the Saptasati. And the king has got posed a doubt, although we have heard regarding the papam and the consequent difficulties, but people perform papam. See, papam telisna kuda andaru kuda papalu chestu untaru. Atmano ahitam janan and karoti bhuyo avisaha. Avivasaha means not controlling. We don't control ourselves. మనమల్ని మనం కంట్రోల్ చేసుకోకుండా దాని పాపాలు చేస్తూనే ఉంటాము. We keep on doing the sins. Then how can there be prayaschitta for that? Prayaschitta madho katham. Katham means how. See, how to get rid of all these sins. మనం చేసే పాపాలను ఏనేను పాపಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವೋ all those sins we have got to get out. But unfortunately, the king puts the difficulty of all people. Yenanta kochitu navartate bhadrat kochidacharate cha punaha prayaschittamato manye kunjara sauchavatu. Andre sometimes even for some time people don't adopt to punyam. పుణ్యం చేయరు, మంచి కార్యాలు చేయరు. ఒకవేళ చేసినా కూడా ఒక్కసారి రెండుసార్లు తక్కువగా చేస్తారు. అండ్ నాట్ ఓన్లీ దాట్, దే డు నాట్ ఫాలో ద రూల్స్ ఆఫ్ డిసిప్లైన్ ఆచరతే చ పునః. సో సమ్ టైమ్స్ దే ట్రై టు డూ ప్రాయశ్చిత్తం, దట్ ఈస్ రెమిడియల్ మెజర్స్. సో దే ట్రై టు డూ సమ్ పూజ, సమ్ జపం, సమ్ హోమం, సంథింగ్ once or twice. Some like Vratam, Satyanarayana Vratam or like that. And they think that prayaschittam, they do it. But though they do so many prayaschitta karmas, they do not remain pure continuously. They again do a lot of sin and difficulty. How are we going to explain them? Punyam koncham chestaru, papam ekku chestaru. ఆ పాపం చేసినప్పుడు పుణ్యం కోసం తపస్సు చేస్తారు, I mean వ్రతాలు చేస్తారు. సో ఇలా ఉంటుంది. ఎలా అంటే ఇట్ ఇస్ జస్ట్ లైక్ అండ్ ద భగవాన్ గివ్స్ ఎ బ్యూటిఫుల్ కంపారిజన్. How like it is we are all doing kunjara sauchavatu manye. Manye means I think it is like the taking bath by the elephants. You know the elephants, genugulu kolanu lopala in the kere, they spend lot of time try to wash themselves and enjoy, make the entire body clean. But the moment the elephant comes out from the lake or water place, what does it do? వీపు మీద తల మీద అన్ని చోట్ల మన్ను పోసుకుంటూ వెళ్తుంది. సో ది ఎలిఫెంట్ దో ఎంజాయ్డ్ ద క్లీన్లింగ్ అండ్ ప్యూరిఫికేషన్ ప్రాసెస్, that does not remain the moment it gets out from the water. So that is what is the buddhi of all people. కొంచెం పాపం చేస్తాం, తర్వాత పూజ చేద్దాం అంటారు. ఆ పాపం చేసేసిన తర్వాత పూజ చూసుకుందాంలే, రేపు చేద్దాంలే అనుకుంటారు. So there is always that kind of complacence working in all people. But only in great rishis, even rishis also do lot of mistakes because they are tempted by the indriyas. ఋషులు కూడా ఇంద్రియాలను జయించలేకపోతారు. For example, Vishwamitra has performed thousands of years, but the last strip of his penance to become Brahmarshi was Indriya Nigraha. But when that last strip came, Menaka came. And we're looking at Menaka, he lived with her for 10 years. Shakuntala was born. After 10 years, he remembered, what the hell I have done? So again, he goes for Indriya Nigraha 10,000 years. So people like the elephant getting purified, but in no time they again start doing the sins. It is something like a Rishi, as Swamiji is telling, when you go and take dip in Ganga river, when you whatever sin is there in the legs comes up, whatever is there in the knee comes up, and up to knee like that as you get into the knee deep waters. But when you just dip your head also inside the water, Gangaloki mi talaguda pettesi munigite, the sins cannot stay with you. So they all go and stay waiting for you on the branch of a tree nearby the bank of the river. So the moment you get out from the river, all the sins will come and stay back into you. They occupy the positions. So etlante నదీ తీరం నదిలోకి వెళ్ళి స్నానం చేసినప్పుడు మునిగితే తల కూడా మునిగితే లోపల శరీరంలోని పాపాలన్నీ వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. Then where can they go? They go and wait for you back upon the tree branches on the bank of the river. The moment you get out, వచ్చేసిన తర్వాత again they take. No, that's how the things will happen in the world. All people do more and more sins repeatedly, but they hardly do prayaschittam limited. Therefore, kvachinna vartate bhadrat kvachidatarate punaha prayaschittamatopartham. Whatever prayaschitta that is acquired will just be like the snanam done by the elephant. So elephant is again muddy, and for that Krishna or Bhavanarayana answers. Look at the answer given by him. Sri Bhavanarayana uvacha.
Sri Bhavanarayana uvacha. Sri Bhavanarayana uvacha.
Karmana karma nirharo.
Karmana karma nirharo.
Karmana karma nirharo.
Nahi atyantika ishyate.
Nahi atyantika ishyate.
Avidvat adhikaritvat.
Avidvat adhikaritvat.
Adhikaritvat prayaschittam vimarsanam.
Prayaschittam vimarsanam.
So whatever prayaschitta remedy you are taking up has got to be properly analyzed. See, vimarsanam is analysis. What you have to avitvat adhikaritvat. So we don't know what kind of prayaschitta we have got to do, and that kind of discussion we are just going to have in the following slokas. There is a vimarsha. Vimarsha is analysis, trying to reflect what is what. And avidvat adhikaritvat prayaschittam vimarsanam. Karmana karma nirharaha. See, nirhara for the karma is by action. Karma and karmana. Karmana is action, karma is the act. So act and action. English lo cheppalante cheyadamu cheyavalsindi. All these two are there, and that is not at all completely established. So what are the measures that are required, and that we find in the subsequent slokas. Now repeat. Tapasa brahmacharyena.
tapasa brahmacharyena tapasa brahmacharyena
Shamena damena cha.
shamena damena cha shamena damena cha
Tyagena satya sauchabhyam.
त्यागेन सत्य शौचाभ्याम त्यागेन सत्य शौचाभ्याम
Yamena niyamena cha.
नियमेन यमेन च नियमेन यमेन च
Niyamena cha.
नियमेन च
Deha vak buddhijam dhiraha.
देहवाक्
Deha vak buddhijam dhira.
देहवाक्
Dharmagna shraddhayanvitaha.
धर्मज्ञा श्रद्धयान्विताः
Dharmagna shraddhayanvitaha.
धर्मज्ञा श्रद्धयान्विताः
Shapantyagam mahadapi.
शपन्त्यगं महदपि शपन्त्यगं महदपि
Venugulmamivanalah.
वेणुगुल्ममिवानलः वेणुगुल्ममिवानलः
Look at the comparisons, they are so electrifying our mind. That's what the Purana indicates. Here in these two slokas, he has given you the solution for permanent relief and the permanent measure to get rid of the sins that we have got. And you know, the sins are that which cling to our body. Tvak charmamagum sarudhira majja medhavo snayavo sthirime sucyantam jyotiraham viraja vipapma bhuya saggum. Swaha is Mahanarana Upanishad. In Viraja Homa mantras, that Tvagasthigataih sarva papaih pramuchyate is Mahanyasa. See, Tvak Asti. Asti are the bones. Tvak is the outer layer, the first layer. Tvak and Charma. Tvak is the outer skin. Charma is the inner skin, white color. For all people, Charma is white. But the color of the skin of the body is only outer, tvak. So if you remove the tvak, the outer skin, the inner skin is common to all people. But moha and many changes and feelings come up looking at the complexion or color of the body. Black people, brown people, white people, red people, all these colors are always external. Something like the colored clothes that we use. And the colored clothes are like the fear which cling to the body. But when you get the upasantwana by great acharyas or gurus, then you can remove the shirt, and that is remove the fear, you can become comfortable. This is the example given by Valmiki Maharshi in Kishkinda Kanda, when Sugriva was having a lot of fear about Rama. And when Lakshmana gave a confidence that now Rama is very much pleased at your effort to bring all the Vanaras and all that, there Valmiki used the word that he removed the fear shirt from his body and he became normal. So fear shirt is not wanted for Upasana. Normally in India, we don't wear shirts and pants and do puja. Don't talk of today's. So our Vedic tradition tells you, you should not have a stitched cloth over you. So a dhoti has no stitches. A sari has no stitches. So we are eligible to perform the austerities, tapas. So stitch, when you want to stitch, it is all tailored, no tails together stitched. So the cloth is not to be tailored. And before us, the tailor cuts to the sizes, all that. We are not angry upon the tailor because we want shirt from that or any dress. But here, fear is like that. So here we have got a beautiful example that tapas is one measure, then brahmacharya, then shama, then dhamma, and this is all Ashtanga Yoga we cut it. If you want more details about Ashtanga Yoga, our Dr. Gare is there in the group now. He has given a wonderful analysis and information about the yoga for peace, for feeling the divine presences, and also all that yoga is important. He has given a wonderful speech in our Kendra on the Yoga, International Yoga Day. I again recommend all of you to go through him. His talk, then you will understand what is tapas, what is brahmacharya, celibacy. That is, you always be dedicated to the Brahma, the highest principle, Paramatma, and you must example, you should be always peaceful. Unless you have got shama, you cannot perform puja. You cannot think of noble things. If noble things గురించి ఆలోచన చేయాలంటే మీ మనస్సు శాంతంగా ఉండాలి. Only Shanta Manas is only agreeing for that. If your mind is agitated, disturbed, alarmed, filled with anger, desire, etc., you will not have that. When that is not Sama. Therefore, Shanta, Shivan Tyagaraja also tells that Shanta Chitta Manasa. So Shanta Manasam and Shanta Chittam, and that such people only are able to appreciate the Rama Bhakti and Rama Asirvada and so on. And Dhamma is control, Indriya Nigraha. When there are 10 Indriyas, 5 Indriyas or more, all Indriyas will be individually acting and influencing us. Suddenly the eye tells you, go and see a garden, why do you sit in your house? So that is the eye Indriyas or Gnanendriya, that is the desire. So all Indriya desires must be suppressed and see that you dedicate to the God. And Tyaga, this is the most important aspect. Tyage naike amrutatvamanasuhu. Or Mahanarana tells you that unless you do Tyaga, you will not become great. So to say, what is Sampada? The riches you get, you should be able to share to others and enhance your riches also. So you should have, that's why you should always acquire more and more. Ya kaya cha vidhaya vakvannam prapnuyat is the Guru Shivakya. You have to acquire more and more food, more and more things. Why? Nakanchana vasataho pratyajachita. If anybody comes and asks for accommodation or food or some such favor, you should be ready to do it. That's exactly what you call Tyagena. And Satya and Saucha, these are the two important things. Our speech must be truthful and pure. Saucha is pure. And minimum Saucha one has to do it. Before you start puja, all people will do Achamanam. Keshavaya Swaha, Narayanaya Swaha, Madhavaya Swaha, Govindaya Namaha. That is the Saucha. So even when Ravana, as a Kshatriya, when to start the war with Ravana, in Aditya Hridayam, you see inevitably the caution given by Valmiki. See, he says, Trira Chamya Suchar Bhutva Nanuradaya Viryavan. You know the slokam, that he just did 3 times Achamanam and became pure, and then held the bow to go to fight with Ravanasura. So Suchi is important, Satyam. And again, Yamena Niyamena Cha. Yama is important. Yama, Dhamma, these are all Ashtanga Yoga things where you have to have a lot of control. Breath control also should be there, and you should be disciplined. So everything has got a tasteful time. Morning bath, Pratasnanam, is advised by all people. If you do snanam at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the ruchi of snanam is useless. These days, people give less preference for saucham. That's why they said, Laksham hitva snanam acharet, dasalaksham hitva bhojayet. Like that, and sahasra laksham hitva pujayet. So you have to give up laksha, 1 lakh duties and take bath. You have to give up 10 lakh response duties and take your food. And 10 lakhs things you should give up and do puja. So you see the order of preference. That is snanam, bhojanam, puja, etc. are very important. That's exactly what we call niyama. So, and also suchi. And again, buddhijam dhiraha dehavan. I told you the meaning of the word deha. Deha means where Atma will be there. See, Sarira goes away, Rupa goes away, Vapu goes away, but Deha is one which will again and again take birth. And whenever the Deha we get on, Deha is the body, Deha is the casement, Deha is a room. So our body is a room for Atma. And the Atma is always getting attended by us, not the body. Through body, the Atma is being. That's why Atma Rama. So when you are always concerning to promote and make your Atma inside happy. For example, if you take a wonderful masala dosa, it is not stomach happy, it is Atma is happy. If you take one sumptuous food or breakfast, it is Atma happy. So these are all primary things, but we have got some more things. That's why Deha, Vak, Buddhijam, Dhira. Who are Dhiras? Who are able to regulate their Deha, regulate their speech. See, you should, that's Urtha Vakyam Ma Ucharyatam. In Manisha Panchakam, or Buddhi Vakya, Shankaracharya tells that don't utter wasteful sentences. If you say, you should mean it. Yad vacha vadati, tat manasa karoti, tat manasa bhavayati. And so, Vak and Manas are always complementary to each other. So, Vak is Manas, Manas is Vak. And like that, here also, we have got to, Buddhi, and also Buddhijam. Whatever that Buddhi tells you should do it. You know, in Bhagavad Gita, all Vedanta says that body, Indriyas, Manas, Buddhi. These are all the things. Manas is sandwiched between the Indriyas and Buddhi. So all time, what is our Manas doing? It will only favor the Indriyas. It will not go much by the orders of the Buddhi. But there is one more additional higher Buddhi, it's called Parabuddhi. And Parabuddhi is Paramatma. So if Parabuddhi Anugraha is there, our Buddhi will be under our control. When our Buddhi is under control, the Manas will be under control. When Manas is under control, the Indriyas will be automatically under control. When Indriyas, all these are under control, the body is disciplined. So that Charaka Samhita, and that you should listen to her slowly, that Nishi Arora, she has spoken to you about the principles of health and behavior from Charaka Samhita. Charaka is Mahan Bhava and his Acharya, he has told about it. So that's why Dhiraha and Dharmagnaha. So they should know what is Dharma and Adharma for minimum. So what is Dharma? Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Sudra. These are the 4 organizational classes in the society for the running of the administration of society. So there is no scope for any quarrel or superiority and inferiority. In the house, all people work so that the house is spick and span and everybody is healthy. And when they do their respective duties in the house, there is no problem at all. When they fail, there will be differences. That's why here they said Dharmagnaha and Shraddhayanvitaha. Whatever action you take up, you should have a faith. If you go to a doctor, you should have faith in the medicine he prescribed. And if you don't have faith in the doctor and the medicine, you cannot become all right. That's what is called Shraddha. And even upon Shraddha Traya Vibhaga in Bhagavad Gita, but Krishna has taught all people. Here also we get good explanation, elaboration of the concept of Shraddhaya. And Anvana, Anvitaha means you should be constantly following the Shraddha's principle. Unless you have got Shraddha to eat, Shraddha to walk, Shraddha to all these things do not have, then we will not be disciplined. So that's why Shraddhaya Anvitaha. So when we have got all these formulas, all these gadgets in our concern, then what is happening? Because we are always reward-oriented activity, job-oriented work. See, if you take a job-oriented courses, I want to be a cinema star, I want to be a cinema photographer, etc. Then respective diploma courses you have to take up. Like that, Agham Kshapanti. What they do when you are practiced to all these things, you are able to reduce the Agham. See, Agha is a very serious sin, and that has got to be reduced slowly, slowly, slowly. What is Agham? Garvam. That's why Agha is Garva. If you have got more and more Garva or pride or ego in us, we will not be comfortable for others. Pogurunte, a pogure manamal nasam chestundi. So ఒక్క రోజుగా ఆ పొగురును వదలలేము. We can't give up the pride in us. Therefore, Shankaracharya says, Araharva Garvam Parityajyatam. Every day, something quota of your Garvam amount which in your body, try to reduce it. Parityajyatam. There should be Parityaga of Garva in us. So, when you follow all that, Mahadapi Agham. See, whatever be the size of the sin that we have with us, right from the layer of the outer skin down the layer of the bone. There are 8 important layers in our body. That is the outer skin, the inner skin, the flesh, the blood, then the veins, and majja, the fat, etc. and down to. So 8 layers are there in our body. A surgeon must be very much familiar at what layer is the problem for the boy, for the person. So he has to go up to that layer, do whatever he should do and get away, not simply play any mischief. Because it is a very important thing for a surgeon that he has to focus there. Like that, even Papam also, whatever size it may be, Mahadapi, that is what it is. Don't bother about the size of the sins that we have got, but bother about it. And how like it is destroyed? Venu Gulma Miva Analaha. Analaha is fire. Venu Gulma andre bamboo group. See, Bongula, Vedru, Gulmamu means the thicket, you call it, or the Alanti Bongulni, Aranyalo and all that bamboo grooves are being destroyed happily by Agni. So if Agni were to be there in the bamboo grooves, all will be destroyed very easily. So Analaha is a discipline. What is Anala? Tapasu, Brahmacharya, Shama, Dama, all this is Agni. And when you are with Agni, then all the, and Venu is the sin. See what Agam is, Mahadagam is Venu Gulma or the grew of the bamboos. So all that will be destroyed. So it gives a beautiful. Now please repeat the next ones. Kechit kevalaya bhaktya. Repeat.
केचित् केवलया भक्त्या केचित् केवलया भक्त्या
Vasudeva parayana.
वासुदेव
वासुदेवपरायणाः
Agham dhunvanti karsyena.
अघं दुन्वन्ति कास्तेन
अदं तु उन्यकाशेन
Niharamiva bhaskaraha.
निहारमिव
नेहारिव
भास्करः
भास्करा
निहारमिव
नेहारिव भास्करा
भास्करः
Sakrun manaha.
सकृन्मनः सकृन्मनः
Krishna padara vindayo.
कृष्णपदारविन्दयोः कृष्णपदारविन्दयोः
Niveshitam.
निवेशितं
निवेशितम्
निवेशितं
Tadgunaragiyiriha.
तद्गुणरागियैरिह
Nate yamam nate
न ते
yamam pasha bhrutascha.
यमं पाशभृतश्च यमं पाशभृतश्च
Tadbhatan.
तद्भटान्
Swapnepi pasyanti.
स्वप्नेऽपि
स्वप्नेऽपि
पश्यन्ति
पश्यन्ति स्वप्नेन पश्यन्ति
Chirna nishkrutaha.
निष्कृताः
जीर्णनिष्कृताः
So the comparisons that our Sukha Maharshi gives us is really attractive. So this is the end of the Shashta Skandha section from Bhagavatam, which has directed. That's why then in these two slokas, which we have learned that what is the final measure? Andre Kevalaya Bhaktya Vasudeva Parayana. So we should have the Kevala Bhakti, concentrated devotion, dedicated single-minded devotion, your Vasudeva. So Vasudeva is a wonderful concept because Vasudeva Krishna is present in anybody, in anywhere, everywhere. Therefore, what such people who have got Vasudeva Bhakti, what they would be doing, Agam Dhunvanti Karsyena. Karsyena means complete, no remnant at all. Sesha will not be there. Dhunvanti, they till away, they destroy. How like Niharamiva Bhaskaraha, like Bhaskara, the sun god, who removes the snow and ice totally, not leaving a ray of water. So, like Bhaskara removing, Vasudeva is compared to Bhaskara now. And again, the next sloka, Manaha Krishna Padara Vindayo Niveshitam. So, you have to keep your concentrated mind upon the feet of Krishna Paramatma. One, not only that, secondly, that Gunaragi, you should keep on praising the qualities and sampada and mahat of that Krishna Bhagavan. If you do that Krishna in your mind, Krishna Gunagana in your mouth, then what would happen? The Pashabrut Yama, Yama with his that noose or Pasha, or his Sevakas, or his bhattas or servants, you will never see them even in your dreams. Swapnepi napasyanti. You will never see the Yama and Yama bhattas even in Swapna. if you are totally dedicated to Krishna, Pada Aravinda, at the same time, Krishna Gunanu Kirtanam. And how are they will be relieved? Nishkruta means they become absolutely relieved of all sins, just like Chirna. Chirna, that is something like the dress that is totally away from you, or completely filed, but is removed from you, he will be that. So, Krishna Gana, Krishna Darshana, Krishna Pada Vandana is the wonderful solution, Nama Sankirtana, that our Sukha Maharshi is giving to everybody. And that is exactly what is called, when once we dedicate to Krishna Pada, Krishna Anuguna, and all that, then we are just becoming freed, and then we become the Bhagavatas. Parikshit Maharaja is called as Bhagavatottama. Prahlada is called as a Bhagavatottama. See, there are Uttamas. We may not become Uttamas, but we will be also having the scope to become Uttamas because you are in the train. So when you are sitting in the train, Arudha, that's what Krishna says, Yoga Arudha, Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate. Those who sit in the vehicle of yoga, they will definitely traverse and they go to Brahma station. So if you want to reach the Brahma station, you should sit in the yoga train. When you sit in the yoga train, you will reach the destination. In the same manner, Nishkrutaha moksham gacchanti. So Krishna Pada Aravinda Smarana and Krishna Gunagana Kirtana, when these two things are done, you have no fears at all. Even Yama cannot do it. Yama cannot touch you. But Yama can touch you, not untimely. Not that. So, on the other hand, if Yama touches you, you will get moksham. What is moksham? Janma rahityam. You will not be born again. Birth is a lot of homework for us. You have to go to school. You should take your children to school. You have to take your grandchildren to school. Oh, a lot of work. So one time when you go to school, you will be in the classroom. Second, third time when you go to school, you will be at the gate only waiting, looking at your watch. When the bell rings, I can collect my boy or I can collect my grandboy. So this is what is called Punarjanma. And I always feel happy at those grandpas who have that kind of responsibility of taking this to school, waiting at the gate, cursing the principal of the institute, delaying, why my watch is 1:30, what their time is not at 1:30. All these combinations and reflections won't be there if you have got no birth at all, no repetition of that. Therefore, all Kalinasa will take place, we get the moksha. So what is the Bhagavad Gita? It is a Hamsa Samhita. What do you mean? Unless you become Hamsa, you cannot become a Siddha. So you have to be Hamsa. That is, you have to have a discipline. What is that discipline? Yoga discipline. And what is that yoga? Karma Sukausalam. And also, it is a skill in doing your actions and in a positive manner. And what is that? Your body is the tool. And you have to use the body. And you have to control your body. You have to direct your body. You should reach the goal. Therefore, Dehavanta ime, Dehavanta, those people who have got Deha, they have the. So, when they don't have a Deha, then Vina Deha doing is different. Videha meditation is different. So, we have to make Videha meditation with the Deha meditation. So, Paramatma has not got body at all. He is light, Jyotihi. That's why Apatala Nabhastalam Tabhuvana Brahmanda Mavispura Jyoti. So who is this Lord Shiva? Is a Jyoti down the Patala up to Brahmaloka. So that is a light shining forth. And therefore we do that Jyoti Pujana. When you do Sivarchana or Vishnu Archana, it is not any Vigraha Archana. It is only the archana to the Jyoti, the light, the lamp. Already the lamp is there inside us. The lamp inside us has got to be brought outside. And that lamp is the Paramatma. That's why Ardram Jolati Jyotihi Ahamasmi. So Mahanarada Upanishad tells you that whatever Jyoti that is still burning inside you, that is you, that is I am only. Paramatma is in the form of Jyoti in all of us. And therefore, when you think about this Paramatma, Nama and Rupa and all that meditation, observing all the necessary gadgets, Brahmacharya, Shama, Dama, all these satkas, Shama, Dama, Satka, they say 6 principles, then we will be able to get it. It's not hard, but practice. And through practice, through Tyaga, you will be able to be on the track. So today, I think I have come to the Shashta Skanda, a brief summary, which our Acharya has done it. And this is the point. The problem is given in this, and we know the problem, and solution also is given by Bhavanarayana. So I think next week she will be able to project